Hi there.
Hello everyone, welcome to another Flying Frog video. This morning on the Microsoft Marketplace appeared this Vision Jet by FlightFX. I wasn't expecting this one, and I'm sure a lot of other people weren't as well. But it hit the marketplace for $37.45, which is approximately $25 American. Around about 26 euro and around about I would say £20 sterling. Now I'm still getting some stutters, and that's appeared since Sim Update 11. So Asobo, what the hell have you done? Broken things again. We didn't even have much of a chance to enjoy Sim Update 10, which was really good. But anyway, let's get back to this one. So we have the Cirrus Vision Jet. Now has a ceiling of 31,000 feet, cruising speed of approximately 250 knots. But we're going to get in, have a look, and see what FlightFX has given us. Now this is the same developer that has given us the Honda Jet, so there will be some similarities in this. But first off, let's move on in and do what I usually like to do and just have a look. Now this grate here, it looks a little bit out of focus, so I don't know if that's the orange or what, but the rest of the lines look absolutely pin sharp. They are fantastic. I mean, reading that, the static ports keep clear. Very nice. And look at this smaller one here. How clear is this? How close can we get? External power. Look at that. Well done. That is really crisp. Right, so now then, let's come on up here. I love the V-tail, very different, and the actual detail of the screws and stuff like that up here is really nice as well. And up along the elevator edges, very nice. Alright, let's hop on down underneath and have a squeeze down there, because that's where I like to see if they've done a lot of work or not. Now that strut, the landing strut there, the chrome does not look like chrome. It's either that or it's not been well maintained at all, and it's in bad state, and I wouldn't expect it to hold too much oil at all on that strut, gathering by the shock absorber. But anyway, the modelling is fantastic. The hydraulic lines are good, nice, round, mostly. Little bit of squaring off, but not too bad at all. If we have a look up inside, we can see the lines heading on up into the wing, and the blue hydraulic line going further on the inside there. Now we have a little bit of glitching on that decal right there, so yeah, there's something maybe to watch out for. But apart from that, the panel lines look good. Now the when you first load in this one, you end up in the cockpit. No, if you're doing a cold dark start, that is, and you're looking outside, but it's got a cover over the windscreen, and I'm going, what's going on? This is weird, till I realised it was a cover that was over the windscreen. But anyway, talking about that cover and these wheel chocks, they've got your aircraft name on them. Same with the cover that goes over the windscreen when you come in. It's got whatever name you've given the aircraft, whether it's your name or a number or what have you, or just a generic number. As we can see here, we've got this one here as well, which is a very nice touch. So I don't know much about this one apart from the fact that it's a little light jet, and pretty well supposed to have the largest viewing angles out of the front cockpit. So what we'll do is we'll hop on inside and have a look on the inside, get this one up and take it for a fly. Okay, here we are inside the cockpit, or the cabin I should say. Now one thing I will show you first is opening the door. So there's no blue, doesn't let us know apart from open and close door, so we can do that one. Nice sound. Clunk and down it goes. Right, now, so what you can do in here is you can actually configure this in 3 different ways. You can have it as an executive, so you only end up with the 4 seats. So these 2 here, and you lose the 3 at the back, and that becomes a load space. You have a family setup or a standard setup as well. Now, just for the well, I'm not sure if it's for the family, but let's move on forward, down the back here, I should say, not forward. Turn around. And just up here, we have our own TV. Isn't that great? Now, I don't know if that's going to change pictures or anything like that. I'm going to be too busy flying the aircraft, but if somebody comes up and lets me know if it does change, that'll be fantastic. Right, so let's get on into the cockpit now, and let's close this door while I'm here. Right, now then, close the door, so we need to go away. We don't want that. Click on the handle. Beautiful, lovely. Now then, we got all these safety tags in the way. They'll go because they're not clickable at this point in time. So, but they go when we start the engine. Now up here is a parachute safety system. Now I don't know if it's modelled in and works. I don't think so, but yeah, we'll find out, I suppose. Right, now also too, these headphones or the headsets you can remove them from the dash, which we will do very shortly. Right, now the fuses are not clickable for a start. So right, let's get some power here. Now, just as we have a tablet without having a tablet, so it doesn't, even though it's there, it doesn't do anything. Right, now let's just turn on some batteries. Right, we got that power on. Let it just initialize. Right, now what I'll do is I'll just go through the views first. So we got that one. Alright, so we got this one. We go to there, which looks quite good. Right, now they look all very nice at this distance. So again, that's just for some cabin lighting. It's for your stop start, for your engines. And yep, alright, okay, we're back to there. Right, what I will do is, and they don't return back to center when you move. It just flicks from side to side unless you've got a reset button on your controller for your viewing to come back to the center. Right, now what I want to do is come to here. Now this here is where we can excuse me, set up our so what I'll do, I'll show you how we get there. Now this is where we set up to open up all the cargo area. We can get rid of the chocks and stuff like that, but all of that stuff will go if we start the engines anyway. But yeah, so and like I said, when you come in, you've got a cover that's right over the windscreen, so you can actually turn your batteries on. Just come on in here to this VAMs, and this is how you do it. So that's our storage. So that's what the view you get when you come in, is that over the top. And that does have the name of the aircraft, or the name or number of the aircraft actually embossed on it. Right, so let's come on up to the top here. Alright, let's remove our chocks, storage cover, protectors, so the engine protectors and covers, which is again, and we'll close the luggage door. Alright, so that's our statics. Then we've got luggage. You can choose whatever luggage you want to do, whether it's a family vacation, golf trip, or ski boarding. Status. Alright, you can select whether you want to do cold, dark, taxi, or takeoff. Okay, I'm doing cold, dark, but I don't need to select that for that. Alright, now bows. Here is where we remove the headphones off the dash, and by clicking it, it means you're actually putting them on, but you're not really putting them on. And the active noise reduction actually does work, so it reduces the ambient noise within the cockpit. So if you were to click that while flying along, all you hear is just, a muffled sound rather than the full-on sound, which is a nice touch. It's not too bad. So you got your frequently asked questions, and then you can configure, and this is where you change it to swap it around. So for instance, executive, and as you can see there, I just need to get my controller so we can get this side on view. As you can see, there's the seats, but there's no seats in the back. Alright, so that's where we can change the configuration, so we can then do complete or family, and I'll just leave it on family for now. As you can see, the seats are back in the back there. Right, now where else are we? So that's that. Fairly simple, and some nice little features built into that. Now all of this is a lot of glass, still looks fairly clear, and so that's all very good. There is one problem that I have found so far with this whole system, and that's the checklist. We don't have a checklist up here on the menu. Alright, so that's pointless. As you can see, there we go, we don't have it. However, this is supposed to have a checklist, and I know the guys on PC, it does work on PC, but for us on Xbox, click the checklist. Alright, we'll do before engine start, which we get it up here, and this is where you can go through your checklist, but we've got no writing, nothing. It's blank, or it's black on black. Where I know that the PC guys, theirs is a grey font, I think. So for us, we don't have a checklist. However, I do feel as though FlightFX will get an update done and it'll be fixed. You can change the screens by pressing these buttons. So if you want the screen, this center screen over to the left, you can chop and change it, or the radios to however you guys feel that you want to do. Now also too, you can up in here, you can bring in systems for the aircraft. So aircraft systems, and let's just say status info. So we got it there. Now we can change the panel, but I can't remember exactly how to do it. Here, I think. Not there. That one. Right, now see it's come over, and I can then select map there if I want to. So you can swap them around a little bit. I can't, and I probably would eventually, but I can't work out how to make the map go back once I've done that, press the checklist, how to go back to that large window. But yeah, so you got your different aircraft settings. You can monitor anything you want, your fuel, that's all there. So all you do is just, like I said, click on that, and your ice protection, or you guys can work that one out. As you can see, they're all there. Okay, let's just press this caution button, get rid of that. Right, now let's get this one started. Right, we make sure that our fuel's on auto. It doesn't matter if it's left or right, but it's just what's that saying? Oh, there's gear doors. That's no worries. So we just make sure that's on that. Right, we're not worried about that. We will be coming back to that. Right, now, as soon as I'm up and close and personal, so we have our master batteries on, so let's just turn on our generators. Okay, while we're at it, we'll get some lights going, and I will be showing you the nighttime view as well. Put oxygen on. There we go, there's our oxygen. We get some air in. Right, let's leave it for that. Oh, by the way, when we get our checklist, to go through our checklist, we got a scroll wheel here. Alright, and then that'll just scroll it through. But at the moment, unless I'm mistaken, it's not working for us on Xbox. Alright, and then I'll just put this one up. This will be our panel lights when I do the nighttime view. Right, now let's get this one started. So again, I tell you what, I'll come back out. Proper view. Right. So we can now the sound package in this is very good. So what I'll do, just so you guys know, we go here, we'll go into Bose. Now we've got that background noise you can hear. If I just click on this, see, it makes it go away. So it just reduces the background noise. It's still there, and that's what that switch does. So I just prefer it off. Okay. Right. Now, see how all our tags are gone, and I don't know if it's going to... No. I didn't think it would let us. That's a shame. It'd be nice to go along and just pull the parachute, but never mind. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll show you the night view. Okay, here's the cabin in the night view. So the red looks quite good. I like it, I really do. And that switch you saw me earlier, this one here, if you just dim that down, all that does is just dim down the red lights. And then the cabin itself, look at that. That is done really well. That looks so nice. So, and then what we'll do is I'll just step on outside the aircraft and you guys can have a look at the outside. Very bright strobes. Just come on around. Very bright lights too. So, all very good. So what I'll do now is I'll head on up to the end of the runway for a takeoff. I'll do a quick flight, come back, land, and give you my final thoughts. And while I'm obviously taxiing up, like I said, I'll just show you the other two liveries. Basically, is one's a black and grey, and the other one is a looks like a space shuttle, which has all the other information on it, like it's how high the aircraft flies and things like that. So, alright. Its taxiing habits are very good, but it looks like a bit like a dolphin, but I do like the V-tail. It's an interesting looking beast. Okay, here we are at the end of the runway. I just want to double check my trimming. Okay. Alright. Let's just come back a little bit. First stage flaps. Handbrake off. And let's go. Sounds like a Oshkosh truck to start off with. Get going, but once we get going, I've got to feed in a little bit of right rudder. Okay. Gear up. And flaps up. Just gotta get some trimming happening. There you go. Fairly good. Here we go. A couple of clicks. So it's currently it's around about 5 degrees in trimming. And yeah, nice. Very nice. Okay, Alright, let's get outside, have a look on the outside. And I think it's going to be rather noisy. But as a matter of fact, I will show you the autopilot. People have come across this one before, so it's fairly easy. So what we can do is we can just click this on, push it for level flight. There we go. Hands off now. And we'll hop on outside and just have a look. The handling is fairly snappy, as we can see. She does respond very well. I won't worry about doing a stall test, but I'm just going to head on back, and then we'll put her in, and I will give you my final thoughts. Okay, I can now put my gear down. Bring her down. As you can see, she's settling in very nicely. I don't have any flaps just yet, but I'm carrying no throttle at the moment. I'm just using a glide. So I'll drop some flaps now. Great, I love the stutters. Never mind. As you can see, we're drifting off. It looks like we're just crabbing, coming in slightly sideways, and yet I've not got any live weather. It's just standard. I do all my reviews under the same conditions, so unless that's the thermals that have just recently been added in, I don't know. But drifting off a little bit. She's hovering a little bit. Yeah, she doesn't want to touch down. Here we go. There we go. We're down. It's a good thing we got plenty of runway here at Shell Harbour. So there you go. I will meet you over at Parking Bay 6 for my final thoughts. The Cirrus Vision Jet, done by FlightFX, $37.45, $25 American on the Microsoft Marketplace, Flight Simulator Marketplace. Have FlightFX done enough for the $37.45? Yeah, I believe so. This one's on par with the Honda Jet. Very well modelled, very well detailed. There are a few little issues going on with the graphics. You know, there's a little bit of flaring here and there, and little starlight things happening. There's the odd piece here and there that looks out of focus and could do with a little bit of a tidy up. The checklist needs to be fixed, particularly for us on Xbox, and I know that it does work on PC. I don't know of any other issues at this point in time. I don't know if that TV showed anything else other than what it showed at the beginning. So yeah, I don't have the time to go into the full systems depth, but this one does have a little bit of systems depth like the Honda Jet does as well. Now, one thing I did not touch on, and I am a bit that I forgot it. You can integrate this with Navigraph, and for us on Xbox, if you have a Navigraph account, it's it launches our internet, our web, blah, 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 a web browser. Duh, that's what I'm trying to get out. A web browser on our Xbox, so you can actually log into your Navigraph if you have it. I would expect a lot of Xbox guys don't have it. I don't have it, but it is, you can do it. What I should do is actually show you how. Okay, to get to the Navigraph settings, hang on a sec, let me just change that to map. Now I did work out how to get this one into full screen again. It just happens to be right here. But now, for those guys who've got Navigraph, click on Utilities. Now there may be an easier way to do this, I don't know, but go to Setup, click on Database. Alright, it's asking for Navigraph charts. If we click on that, it will then take us to the Xbox web browser. As we can see now, it's just bringing up the web browser. Then you go and log in here. Okay. Right, let's just go back on out of here. So this is what we've got, what you've got to go through. So then you come back in and then resume your flight. And there it is there. Okay. Now, I'm assuming it's going to work for people who are on Xbox. I know that it'd work for PC, but that's my assumption. Otherwise, they wouldn't have it here. Okay, and that way then, for those of you familiar with Navigraph, it gets all sorts of different charts for different airports and that throughout the world. Okay, on that note, oh, wow, I've got myself a little bit lost. Do I regret purchasing this aircraft? No, I don't. I do feel it is worth the money. I think that the developers have done a good enough job. Would I fly this one again? Yes, definitely. I will. I like it. I like it like I do the Honda Jet. So I do feel it is worthwhile. Unfortunately, I just don't get a chance to fly them as often as I would like to, due to the fact that I've just got so many aircraft and doing reviews. But if you would like to discuss this aircraft or any other aircraft, please join me on my Discord. The link will be in the description below. On the first Tuesday of each month, I am doing a glider fly, so people with PC, Xbox are most welcome to join in. It will be meeting, well, we just use the voice channel on my Discord, and it'll be 4:30 West Australian time, which is +8 GMT, and that's the first Tuesday of each month, so actually next Tuesday. And if you don't want to fly a glider, come on in and join us with a tiger moth or something slow, something that goes up to around about 100 or so knots. But on that note, everyone, please stay safe.